So this was not originally my message for tonight, but I had to come on because the Lord just gave me a revelation that was so, I mean, there was no words. I was just in the closet praying to God and asking Him to help me in my sacrifice, being fully sacrificial to Him in everything that I have. And the sermon that was given today just really aligns with my prayers recently. But the sermon was a sermon that was a little bit uncomfortable because it was talking about finances. And to be honest, I think the pastor executed the message very well because he wasn't asking to give, but he was asking for us to be more sacrificial in what we have and being okay with giving God our all in every area of our lives. And so I was in the closet and I was just here doing my work and I was talking to God, asking Him, Lord, help me to be more sacrificial in every aspect of my life. Show me what that looks like. And I don't know how we got to, when I was talking to the Lord, how this point came across, but I felt like the Lord said, well, why do we have a problem when it is when we have to give to God to forward the mission of the Lord on earth, but we don't have a problem when other people are forwarding the mission of the enemy on earth. We have no problem with that. We ourselves, sometimes we give towards the mission of the enemy. We give towards the mission of the enemy by paying to go to a club, paying to go to a party, paying for all sorts of demonic music. People who are in higher entities who serve the devil, they do not have an issue paying forward to allow their message to go through. They do not have a problem paying other people, or paying for billboards, or paying any amount of money to allow the message of the enemy to be spread. But we, who are supposed to be the voice, who are supposed to be the light, we have a big issue whenever it comes to money, whenever it comes to being a sacrifice, whenever it comes to dipping in our pockets to give, to push towards the mission of the Lord. And I was just like mind blown. I was like, God, wow. I mean, there's no words. Why do we have such an issue when it comes to pushing the mission of the Lord? But they who are in high places do not have an issue. They don't have an issue. Why? So why do we? Why do we? And that's just my message today. Why do we have an issue with pushing for people's lives to be changed, for the lives of families and children and people to come out of all sorts of bondages? Why do we have an issue with that? While the enemy there are millions and billions of dollars that are being pushed to forward the mission of Satan. In this time, money should not be an issue for us. That's my message for today.